Hello world, it's me, Brittany again, coming to you with vlog number 3, I believe, and this one is specifically talking about the informational interview that I posted up last week with Janine Jones of Al Jazeera English here in DC. I want to talk a little bit about how that went and how I went about actually doing the actual interview. I met Janine Jones through Rosemary Reed, who was actually my intern supervisor now at Double R Productions. And when I met her, she was saying, the perfect person you need to talk to, her name is Janine Jones. So, I emailed Janine Jones and got in contact with her, and I met her, and I figured out that she loves to work in the TV production industry. And that's actually what I want to do, except I would like to get a few radio people involved as well, which is why I have another informational interview tomorrow at NAB with a radio broadcaster named Michelle Duke. But anyway, about the informational interview, I did already. Like I said, I met her through Rosemary Reed. She was very cool, very nice, down-to-earth person. She was willing to let me take a camera into her office and interview her on video. So check that out. It's a couple videos down from this one on YouTube, of course. So getting to know that station was actually very good. She took me on a tour around the studio. She showed me the satellite desks where, you know, they pull feeds in from different areas. Also, I took another intern with me. Her name is Linda Rubino. So I guess you can count it as both of our informational interviews, even though it was set up for me. But I took her with me for the help and assistance with the camera equipment, and Linda actually asked some pretty good questions as well. So I don't want to take all the rap for that. She informed Linda that, you know, to be an anchor you need to know your audience, and with Al Jazeera, it's very important for you to know who your audience is, because with that you can talk in an English accent and refer to everything that happens in America, when you in reality you can't do that because it's a worldwide feed, and people usually watching this channel Al Jazeera comes on are not American, and they're not really, you know, they want to know what's going on in the Middle Eastern countries. So as an anchor for Al Jazeera, you would have to know your audience, and that's for any type of entertainer. And I told her that because I would like to be an all-around entertainer, whether it's radio, TV, hosting a show, maybe 106 in Park one day, who knows. But in order to do all those, you need to know your audience, and that's one thing I will need to learn a lot better. For my radio show, I did know my audience, but there's always time for improvement. When setting up the questions for the informational interview with Janine Jones, I knew she had a family, so I wanted to revolve it around time management. You know, how to manage your time when you have a family, how to pick your job according to your family schedule. So I wanted to make sure, you know, what to do as far as if you want to have a big family, what career choices would you now make. When I made the informational interview video, I did not include that answer because not everyone has kids at this very young age. So that was one of the answers not included. The way I formatted the video was way different from how I formatted the questions, and that's because the video, I wanted it to be more of the informational video of certain people's road to success. Now, as far as my informational interview tomorrow, I will not be recording that one, but I do have another one coming up within probably the next week or two. I will do that on video. So, I made the video, which I entitled Road to Success. I made that as a guideline for those, you know, who went to college and, you know, picked a major because they didn't want to take certain classes, and then those who graduated college and don't know which way to go from there. As you can see, Janine Jones, she went to Hampton University, studying communication. When she graduated, she did a little secretary job. She really didn't enjoy. She did that for about 5 years until that's really when she started contacting every production company in the DC, Virginia, Maryland area in the phone book. So she contacted them all. Rosemary Reed was the only one to call her back. She got the job because Rosemary said she had a great phone voice. I hired with Double R Productions because Rosemary Reed also told me I have a great phone voice. So, how far can your voice get you? When Janine Jones told me Rosemary Reed hired her off of her phone voice, I felt a commonality there, so I'm like, wow, there's somewhere I can get just from my voice. So, why not use my voice in a field I really want to be in, which is currently radio. Interviewing Janine Jones really helped me plant my feet as to where I would like to start with my career. As we all know, I'm out of school. After TWC, I will be returning back home. And it's like, where do I go from there? Helped me plant my feet. Now it's time for me to let the grass grow. I'm doing another informational interview tomorrow. I will be doing another one with Tony Regusters, who is a former employee. Getting to know somebody who's already in the field is a plus because of the fact you see what they've went through. So I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and have a job, a big house, and the money coming in. I now know that it's not so much that I have to work for it, to continue to work. It's about for what you know, who you know, and where you can go with what you know. So on that note, I know a lot more than I did when I first got here. See you in 2 weeks.